everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my brand new channel. This is my first video, and as you can see, I do tarot readings. And please take what resonates and leave the rest if it doesn't all match up with, or you could pick a new pile. And also, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on it on this video, it's the right time for you. So if you chose pile one, we have the rose quartz here for pile one. If you chose pile two, this is the amethyst, or if you chose pile three, this is the onyx with some fancy moons and stars on there. And so what we asked about is your human design. What were you designed to do? I'm kind of into the human design, so if you wanted to learn more about human design, what you're designed to do through that actual tool, let me know. I also can do that. Just let me know. You can always email me at marybethtwinflame@yahoo.com and let me know. Okay, so let's start with pile one. I'm just going to write down the time here. Okay, pile one. So you picked the rose quartz. Okay, so we're just going to ask, what were you designed to do or be in this lifetime? So that's interesting. Okay, woo, okay, this makes total sense. Okay, woof. Okay, so first we have twin flame. Okay, so, and you got oneness. Okay, what does that tell you? And you have heart's desires. So that's really cool. Okay, so pile one, what I'm getting here is that you are definitely on a twin flame journey, whether you know it or not. You're on a twin flame journey. You might have met someone that has brought some sort of aha moment. Your intuition, your magical skills, whatever it is, has been brought out in you in some way, shape, or form, or something has happened to put you on this twin flame journey. And if you're not on it now, you might be on it at some point. This is a really cool journey. I know all about it. I've been on it since 2017, so it makes sense that you would also get oneness, because that's what this journey is about. It really teaches about oneness, because once you meet your twin flame, what you notice is that, and as you can see, the bottom says abandonment. So what you might notice is that after you meet your twin flame, there's never not being with your twin flame. It's like, even if you're physically not with your twin flame, you're energetically connected to your twin flame. So you may realize that you're energetically connected to everyone. You may already know that. You might already feel that whenever you meet someone, you're energetically connected. You might have already figured out, or you're going to figure out, that you are designed to kind of feel into that oneness with, really see the perspective or feel the perspective of others, kind of understand the perspective of others. And it may not be in every life area, but in certain areas, because we all have our, trials and tribulations in certain life areas, like, health, wealth, family, relationship, career. But in certain life areas, you definitely have no problem seeing other perspectives. So let's just say it's politics, and you're like, yeah, either way, Republican, Democrat, Independent, it's all good. We're all one. We all end up in the same place. Doesn't matter who gets elected, right? And then maybe in another area of your life, maybe it's career, and you have coworkers that you just cannot see their perspective whatsoever, and so maybe that's something that you're working on. And so, as you can see, the bottom is abandonment. I know that's very light. Sorry about that, but that does say abandonment at the bottom. And usually, people who are on this twin flame journey have usually experienced some sort of abandonment. And I know this sounds weird, but for the lesson of oneness. So you might have been designed to come onto this earth in this lifetime to understand oneness through abandonment, because I don't know if you've ever heard of the law of opposites. So that is something that Neil Donald Walsh brings up in one of his books, Happier Than God. But basically, you'll experience the very opposite before you get the very thing that you're trying to manifest, because you come here to experience everything. How could you know hot if you don't know cold? How can you know tall if you don't know short? And so the way Neil Donald Walsh explains it is, you need to experience the opposite, so that when that thing comes in, it's meaningful. So I manifested my twin flame relationship, and I don't think I would have been able to handle the twin flame relationship had I not had the opposite or something. And here's even a better example. My dad would help me get a job, but he'd make sure I got a really crappy job first, so that I would actually be very thankful for the job that he thought would be good. And it worked. So when you experience abandonment in your life, maybe family abandoned you, maybe your twin flame abandoned you, usually this is an inner child wound, and usually your twin flame has no choice but to mirror back to you what happened to your inner child, and it hasn't been healed yet. get. So whatever happened to you as as a child, which most likely would have been abandonment, is to help you understand oneness, and that yes, we experience abandonment, and yes, that needs to be healed in our inner child. And now we're understanding that really we had that experience to really understand and really experience oneness, which is hard to experience oneness if you are always oneness, right? If you always experience being one, then how is that even experience if there's nothing the opposite of that? Like, how would you even know what it is? It's just like, well, that's what it always is. So that's why we have to experience the opposite. So group two, pile one. I'm sorry, group two, pile one. Group one, with your pile, it does look like that you are designed to understand oneness, which is huge. It's a very enlightened, very spiritual path, and a very difficult path, especially if you've been abandoned, especially as a child. Now, we also have heart's desires that says the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. That makes sense, right? That makes sense that you are being guided. You have what you might call a spiritual entourage, right? So you have a bunch of guides and angels that are always with you, that are always, and you know this because you're so intuitive, and you are figuring out things that no one else has figured out. You're figuring out mysteries of life. You're experiencing things that no one else has ever experienced because you are on this twin flame journey, which is the journey of oneness. So what this really is you're designed to heal, because most likely you're here to heal your inner child, your ancestral wounds. You're here to heal your past life wounds. And that's huge. And this might mean it's your last lifetime if you want it to be, is what I'm being told, because you're healing all those past lives, you're healing your karma, and your twin flame is you in another body, and you're also helping to heal your twin flame. So this is a very spiritual path. It's a very high vibrational path. It's a very difficult path. And if you don't get to where you want to be, you know what? It's okay. It's very, very difficult. This might take a couple lifetimes. Yeah. So anyway, group pile one, very high vibrational. That's all I got to say. And yeah. So that's basically what I'm getting for pile one. Let me know in comments if this resonates with you. If it doesn't, pick another pile that maybe rose quartz wasn't yours. But whoever's picked group one, you definitely are on the twin flame journey, and you are here to experience oneness and all of your heart's desires. Really, whatever your heart desires. Like, it's like you don't really have to pick a certain career. It's like what your heart desires is what's going to come true, is what this is saying. You don't, like, you're not specific to, oh, okay, this is your one gift. It's basically, what do you desire, and the angels are going to help you manifest that, which is awesome. Like, like what lifts your spirit, like what's fun, what brings you joy. It doesn't have to be that one special thing. And then once you do figure out oneness, and when you do figure out that special gift that you have on your twin flame journey, which a lot of people do, because it's just the intuition really kicks in on that twin flame journey, you may want to teach what you've learned. And I do have a twin flame channel, by the way, if you want to check out my channel below. I talk all about the twin flame. If you want to know more about it, or if you've never heard of it, you can check out my channel. It's in the description box. Thank you so much, Pile One. I appreciate you for clicking on, and I'll see you next time. If you did enjoy this, please like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. It would help to build my channel. As you know, this is my very first channel. Video, I mean. Okay, and now we're on 10:55. Hello, pile two. So you would have picked this beautiful amethyst. Amethyst to me is prosperity. Beautiful. So let's see what you got. Beautiful. Ooh, I love this. Okay, interesting. So your human design, pile two. It looks like you are into energy healing, and you should probably be doing some workshops, and it looks like you're a lifelong student, which is awesome. This really reminds me of me a lot. So energy healer, oh my goodness. So pile two, you are designed to understand energy in all forms. So perhaps you're working with chakras, perhaps you're working with meridians, perhaps you're working with releasing trapped emotions through energy work, maybe Reiki, right? Maybe I don't know, there's so many different types of pranic healing. There's just so many different types of energy work out there that you are maybe perhaps a student of. okay, and you're learning how to heal people through energy work, okay. Maybe what's hitting my brain is maybe also you're into transmutation, right? So you're able to transmute energy. You're an alchemist in some way, which is beautiful, which means, you can turn any kind of negative energy into positive energy just by transmuting it. You transmute maybe with the violet flame, maybe you wrap a white light around it, maybe it's just your words, maybe it's the ho'oponopono, but there's different ways that you are transmuting beautiful energy. So this says, your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Okay, so you might already be working with people with healing energy. You might be doing this from afar. You might be drawing healing codes into people's auras to help heal them. I don't know. Whatever it is, you have a special gift that if you don't already know, you will know at some point. Now, this person is meditating, and so what this tells me is maybe a bit of meditation, a bit of going deep into the subconscious mind and listening to your guides and your guardians might help you. All you have to do is just kind of go within and kind of talk to your inner divine self and try to, hone in on what your gifts are. And, sometimes just quieting the mind will help you realize which direction to go in with energy healing. Now, once you know, or maybe you already know, once you know what your gift is, and maybe it's all of it, maybe you can do any type of energy healing. There's so many certifications out there, like I said, Reiki, and I don't even know, there's so many things out there for energy healing. Yeah, you can learn it, and then once you learn it, you are meant to do workshops and seminars, which is so fun. Maybe you're even doing retreats, I'm hearing. And the reason why is this is needed more than ever. As you know, children with autism, and maybe you don't know this, children with autism or people with autism who are very, very highly sensitive, or very highly sensitive humans who are maybe the indigo children or the crystal children, or, I don't know, rainbow children, they're very highly sensitive, and maybe they need to learn how to work with their energy because they feel other people's energy like tenfold, right? They're gonna understand energy more than anyone, and maybe you can be a facilitator and help people who just don't understand. I'll give you an example. I do work with children with autism, and they are very highly sensitive. And if you're not very calm around them, they can become highly reactive. They could have an emotional upset, breakdown. And so, they have to learn how to regulate their emotions. Now, what's interesting is that I do have a channel on that. If you want to check it out, I do emotional regulation, and it's brand new as well. Just one brand new channel after another. And so, but the reason why I do this is because, my daughter's on the spectrum, and I've learned about the gift that she has with energy. And oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe the gift that children with on the autism spectrum have when it comes to energy. It's beautiful. It's huge. Like, she could pick up a tarot deck and just tell you this needs to be cleared. Like, she just knows. Or she can go to a stone and she can tell you if it's activated or not. There are so many highly sensitive people on this earth that could just feel something, and they can feel the energy of it and know something about it. Or they can just, pick up something and get something off of it and say, it feels like this, or my gut is telling me that. Energy is everything, really. If you think about it, everything is energy, and energy gets transmuted. And so, again, helping people to work with their energy in whatever way, okay. And then once you hone in on your gift, you're meant to teach it, which is awesome. So it says attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning, right? So giving speeches. And also, I'm getting that you're a student now. You're open to lifelong learning. So what does this tell me? You do this, you learn to teach. Right? So you're that person that wants to learn and dig deeper and find out more, whether it be the occult or whatever, when it comes to energy, so that you could teach it. Right? Because that's how we learn it better, right? Is to teach it. And so you might be that person that, does take does get certified in some kind of energy work healing. I am certified in pranic healing, so that is working with energy. I'm not a Reiki master at all, but I know that there's very diverse energy healings out there, so many that I'm not even aware of. And, I see you, reading about it. I see you studying it. I see you being super, passionate about it. And then when you learn something about energy, because maybe you're a highly sensitive, right? You know how to work with energy. You're that person that can pick up a tarot deck and know that, ooh, it needs to be saged. Doesn't feel good. Or if you walk into a room and you're like, ooh, it doesn't feel good. It's like, ooh, when this needs to be cleared, let me help transmute this energy. You're that person, and now you're meant to teach it because this is your gift. Okay, beautiful. So I hope that was helpful. That is all I have for pile two. Energy healing is definitely your human design, right? Teaching and having workshops and doing speeches, and this is what I'm getting that you're designed to do. So hopefully that resonates. If it doesn't, please pick another pile. Otherwise, thank you so much. I really appreciate you clicking on my channel. If you liked it, please hit the like button to help me move this channel along. And please subscribe if you feel called. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Okay, I'm writing down my next time here. All right, and now we are on pile three, and you picked this super fancy moon and stars onyx wand here, and let's see what you got. Woo! All right. Okay, so first thing we got here, so this makes sense, right? So we have counseling, alchemist, and base chakra. Okay, so what does this tell me, pile three? My lovely pile three. So the base chakra, right? That's all about survival. It's all about safety. It's all about grounding. Okay. This is also about money. So what this could mean is, and what this card actually says is choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances as your words determine your outcome. So what this tells me, and I totally relate to this 100%, is that you might have some money wounds, or you might have some kind of wounds where maybe you don't feel safe, or something happened when you were a child. And so positive affirmations might be really good for you. And the reason why I say that is because your subconscious mind is your inner child wounds and past life wounds, but we'll just go with inner child wounds right now. Your subconscious mind is programmed, and so unless you start taking your positive affirmations, I usually tap it in because that's just what I do. That will help you to have more positive thoughts. Okay, so this was humanly designed. So pile three, you were designed to have some sort of negative experience, if you will, so that you could be a counselor. Okay, so I don't know if you're already a counselor or if you're thinking of becoming a counselor, and this doesn't have to be your traditional therapist or psychologist or psychiatrist. It could be a life coach. It could be a counselor of a financial counselor. It could be a health counselor. It could be like a health and wellness counselor. Something that you overcame. Okay, because with this base chakra, this is all about the root chakra. This is all about balancing out, feeling safe again. Okay, it's about I am safe. Money wounds are huge. Right? Maybe not feeling safe because of financial issues, or maybe not feeling safe because of some sort of childhood trauma. And this was something that was human, this was something that was designed in your chart so that you would have the experience of experiencing the opposite. Is kind of what I told pile one. You're experiencing the opposite of what balance is, so that now you can counsel, right? So now you can say, so let's just say it was an addiction. So let's just say there was some sort of drug addiction. Now, as a counselor, you can say, I've been there. I've experienced this addiction, the horrors, the traumas, what I've been through. This is how I've healed myself, and you are meant to be a counselor. Okay, and this card says you heal with kind words, wise advice, and empathetic care, right? So you are designed to be empathetic. You are designed to be a good listener. Okay, and with this base chakra card, it's hard for you, and so you need to concentrate on being positive based on the fact that you've been through it, right? And the reason why you've been through it was so that you could turn your life around to heal others through counseling. The other card you got was alchemist. Now when I think of alchemist, an alchemist is someone who can, and I think of energy, someone, or they say metal, but I say energy. You can turn negative energy into positive energy. Okay, and this is key because it's hard when you're in a negative situation, especially if it's like inner child wounds. It is so hard to transmute those energies of sadness, depression, it could be anxiety, it could be worry, guilt, shame, right? And you have the power. You were designed to be an alchemist. You were designed to be able to transmute that energy. This is very kind of similar to pile one, actually. And as an alchemist, you can transmute energy. You can transmute situations with your words, I'm getting. Words are very powerful. I don't know if you ever read that book. Words are your wand. I was going to tell you the author's name, but if you just put up words are your wand, you could even get the book online on YouTube for free. And I think her name is Florence Scoville something. Anyway, words are your wand. And so with your words, with your beautiful words, you can transmute situations in a beautiful way with your empathy, with your love, with your understanding, with your kindness. You are designed to be. Now, not everyone has that gift. I'm from New York, and let me tell you, hardly anyone in New York has that gift. Those words of kindness and empathy. Also, you can transmute through energy work, which would, maybe it's the violet flame. Maybe you're transmuting with different types of color, crystals. I don't know. Maybe you're doing mantras, but in some way you're able to help people in that way. So as a counselor, what I'm getting is super neat. I know, neat. Is that not only would you be helping people as a counselor, where you're listening and you're being empathetic, you're helping others and you're giving them strategies, but also you're also helping them to transmute energetically at the same time, which is not what many therapists do. That's like an added bonus. Typically when you see a therapist, they're going to ask about your history, they're going to ask about your past, and I'm not saying you would have to be a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but what I am saying is that typically they don't help you to transmute the situation into something positive, right? So this could mean also taking the situation and seeing, what was good about it. So again, like the way I just, in a way, just said your base chakra, what you went through, what trauma you've had, you you needed to go through this in order to teach others, in order to become more enlightened, in order to, really become that kind of master counselor, right? Because it's one thing to read a book and learn about it and get educated on it and get a degree on it and say, okay, this is what the book says. And it's another to go through it, to understand it, to heal it yourself, okay, and then to teach others, about that. So when it comes to becoming an alchemist, this one says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, right? So that's basically what you're doing. You're turning your experiences into golden wisdom. That's what you were designed to do. You were designed to take your negative situations, and we all have them, and they never actually go away, right? Because when we shadow dive, it's another way of expanding and evolving and becoming higher versions of ourselves. Okay, we all have shadow work to do, but you are designed to take these negative situations and not only turn them into golden wisdom, but then to, counsel others on it, right? And then also, I don't know, I'm also getting chakra work. So maybe there's some chakra work here as well. Okay, maybe, maybe there's a way you've learned to balance out your root chakra as well. A lot of it has to do with grounding. So you might be counseling people on that as well, right? So when there's a lot of worry and anxiety, one of the big things to do is grounding. Okay. And yep, like I said, being an alchemist and being a counselor, it's very kind of new agey way of being a counselor. Energy work plus counseling. I don't know. You probably know better than me because this is what you're designed to do. It's not something. I mean, I guess it's something that I've heard of, but I don't know anyone that does it. I just know that it can. Well, I know what an alchemist is and I know what counseling is, and so that's really something really cool to mesh together and to counsel others, because of your empathy. Not everyone can be a counselor. Not everyone's a good listener. Not everyone is going to have that great listening ear and then able to alchemize with their words and really change a situation to something super positive just with your words. That's a gift. Well, that's all I have for pile three. It's beautiful. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you clicking on my channel. Again, this is my very first video, my very first, this is a brand new channel. And so I really appreciate you checking it out. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.